Let's check out a camera. Hi, Miss Kim. Can I have a camera, please?
Can I have your ID card?
Absolutely.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you. All right, everyone. So, once you have gotten your camera bag checked out from the library, you should open it up and check it for the following things. There should be a microphone, a battery, and of course, a camera. Now, let's get you set up. So, here is your camera that you've just checked out of the library, and the first thing you got to do is put the battery in. Battery, here look, you see I'm holding the camera like this, turn it and look at the bottom, there's a door right there, got a little switch. You see that cool little switch? Flip that switch, and normally the battery won't be in there, it'll be empty, like that. Alright, and then your battery has some little contacts. You see those silvery things? I know it's tough to see, but there's some on the inside of the camera too, and those have to touch if you want the battery to send the camera electricity. You push it in, and there you go. It just clicks right in. There's a little switch right there. Clicks right in. Isn't that lovely? Super. Now, you put the battery in. Let's check for power. The on-off switch is on the top here. It's right here. See, on and off. You flip it, and you watch for the power to come on, and you look for the marker that'll tell you how much battery power is left. If there's only one bar left, you should go to Miss Kim and get a new battery, because that won't last you very long. So you've got battery in, there's plenty of power, time to put in the SD card. Now there's a door on the side. Again, it's a little tough to see, but trust me, it's there. All right, and it just slides back and pops open like that. All right, now there's no card in there. It's really tough to see, I understand that. But trust me, when you have the camera in your hand, it'll all make perfect sense. The SD card, all right, has a label. The label should point towards the back of the camera. All right, and there's contacts, just like on the battery. Contacts go down, and it's spring-loaded. There, you see it's in? Now it's out. Now it's in. Now it's out. Put it in, close the battery door, and you are golden. Last step, and this is super important, because if you don't do this, and what happens is you'll get all of the previous group's photographs and video on also in your folder. All right, so what you do is you got to erase the memory from the card. You hit the menu button here, right there by my thumb. All right, and it'll take you to this menu. This menu is touch sensitive. You can just touch the screen and it'll take you to where you want to go. The wrench is where you want, and it might not be on format. You know, you might have to toggle through. This is a dial here. You go to format, you hit menu set. It says delete all the memory from the card. The answer is yes. And now you have a clean card with no memory on it, just your photos and videos that you're about to take. That is step 2 of using the camera. Okay, now let's go through some of the basic operations of the camera, because you're going to need to be able to make the camera function to take your photographs and your video. If you are taking video, all right, I suggest use the microphone. All right, and the microphone's here. All right, now on this new camera it has a little plate on the top, but the older cameras don't have this anymore. All right, you slide that off if it's in the way. All right, and the microphone slides onto the camera just like that. Now there's a little wheel here. You want to turn that wheel so it tightens down on the camera so it doesn't fall off when you're walking around with it. Now, the new cameras. We have some new cameras. The place to plug in the microphone is right here. It's hard to see, but trust me, it says mic. And just pick that out, and the back end of the cable plugs in there. Score. Now the old cameras, it's actually in this panel here. All right, and you would open it up. But this is a new this is the new camera. So they move the little port. So if you have one of the older cameras, you'll find your microphone jack there. Alrighty, awesome. So that gets you your microphone set up so you're ready to take some photographs or take some video footage. Now I'm going to show you here. Let's get it in focus. When you're taking videos, this is your selector dial, and the selector dial tells you what kind of photos or videos you're going to take. All right. What you've got to do is set it to movie. Let's see if I can zoom in here so you can see what movie looks like. Come on there, focus. Maybe too close. Yeah, I think we're not going to get it. All right, it's the one that looks like, oh, bell's ringing. It's the one that looks like a film, old movie camera. There it is, you see right there? And the selector is right here on the side. All right, so you got to make sure you have the movie camera selected to take film. And then when it's time to take film, make sure your camera's on. All right, I have found, and then to start shooting, are we on? Yep. Okay, it's because of the way the camera, you can see in here, if you look underneath, that's where you see your footage. You start filming by pushing this red button right here. And now it's filming. And you're taking your filming, film. All good. And when you're done filming, push that red button again. You want to see your footage? You find the play button right here. And it's going through the viewfinder. Oh, there it is, right? And then you can watch your footage through there. And this should also have a start-stop button and play button on it. Let's see where we got it. Let's just try, see what happens. Haha, nope. Back up. Play. There's our, there it is. There's our video. Ready? Press play button, and you can see the footage that I shot a moment ago. Now let's say you're taking some photographs. All right. So I'm going to take off the microphone here because it'll be easier to see. You should remember how to do that. Now photographs are a different setting. There we can see this much better without the camera microphone in the way. For basic Mr. Allen classes, set it to A. All right. A is where you want it set. That's for taking photographs, okay? Now, here is to take a photograph, you press this button here. All right, that just took a photo. You can hear the little clicking inside. And then there's a dial on the outside. When you set the camera to A, and you spin that dial, you can see there's a little number down there that moves. All right? The higher that number, you see it's on 3.5, the more light you're going to let in. And then as that number, the lower the number, the higher the number, the less light that gets in. And I'll explain more details in like an advanced camera function class video. But that's how you can adjust how much light gets in. So if you're shooting and it's very dark, you can spin that dial right here, where that is there, and you can adjust the amount of light. Okay? Now another important thing, and this is a little tricky here, this button here, WB. All right, that's a white balance. And what that does is, that tells the camera what kind of light is coming in. So if you notice, here I've got this set on the light bulb, that's like your regular old light bulb, it gets all blue because that puts out a bluish kind of light and the camera will compensate for that. So if you're outside and it's shady, you got that. If it's cloudy, you can use this one. If it's sunny, use this one. All of that kind of helps a little bit. If you don't want to fuss, you can, of course, go to auto white balance and it'll just figure it out for you. Okay? And then finally, to take the photo, you push this button. All right? And just like before, if you want to see the photo, you press the triangle button. Hey, and there are, well, they're not good photos because I was just shooting at whatever, but there they are. There are your photos. All right, everybody. Hopefully that gets you started with the camera and you can both take good videos and good photographs.